Greetings, my name is Reagan Reed, and this is my lesson plan project for ITEC 7430. To start, my project is hosted on my class website under the virtual learning assignment page, and this gives my kids the freedom to work on it in class as well as outside of class. It's broken down into 12 steps, which can be completed in 6 days. To start, I tell them the name of the project, which is called Through My Eyes, and the materials they'll need, a Chromebook, internet access, and of course, the skill set that they have acquired over the semester. In step one, the kids are working on a reflection, number 83, which asks them to take a moment and review the authors and historical figures that we've learned about this academic school year, and I provide them with a listing of our class reading lists for the school year. It's our short stories, our novels, poems, articles, speeches, and historical figures. After that, the students complete a KWO chart using Google, a Google Doc or Word Online, and basically they tell me what they know about the person and what they want to know. In step three, I kind of get into a little more detail about the assignment, which is to create a chronological timeline about their subject's life, and they start off at birth and, of course, end either at the present or death. In step four, we get into the objective of the assignment, which is to basically present your person through your eyes. In step number five, we talk about selecting the presentation software. And I want to give a disclaimer. The reason why I can actually do this assignment is because the students are very well versed with the technology, so I don't have to do any tutorials or help them out. I can just basically create the assignment and let them go, which allows me to do a lot of monitoring and assisting and troubleshooting, and just basically be the facilitator in the classroom. I asked the kids also what their top three presentation software tools were. I took a poll and they voted in. The results were Adobe Spark, Google Tour Builder, and Sway. And so I created three rubrics for each software tool. And here's the one for a project or completing a project on Adobe Spark. Here's their rubric for doing a project on Google Tour Builder. And then, of course, the third rubric is for Sway. After that, I gave them some sample project examples that I created very briefly for them. Here's one on Dr. Martin Luther King using Spark. Now, I know with the screencast on Matic, you can actually hear the sound of my computer, so I'm not going to waste a lot of time. But I will actually post a link on this blog so you can kind of get an idea of what the project actually looked like. Here's one on Jackie Robinson, and I referred to this one in my previous blog. So I won't spend too much time on this one either. And then there's the Sway on Raw Dog. And it's short, sweet, simple. Shows the kids how slide transitions look, information, it's accurate, and just basically how everything goes in chronological order. What he did before he was writing, his childhood, his impact on the world, when he died and how he died, and then of course there are credits here. All right, moving on. Now that the kids have selected their subject, their presentation software, and they kind of have an objective of what they're going to do, I want them to, again, go back to that class document and I want them to put in a description of the product they're going to do and a link so that I can monitor and kind of look at what they're doing. Going on to step seven, they're researching, step 7 and 8. And by the end of day 3, I expect them to have a rough draft of the presentation because when we get to day 4, I want them to create a poll using either Microsoft Forms or Google Forms, and they'll title it Through My Eyes Peer Feedback. And basically, it's 6 questions. The first 5 questions are according to the rubric: how would you score my content, accuracy, organization, writing convention, and sources? And then in question number 6, I want them to kind of actually give them the score if they use the rubric for the presentation and explain why they gave their classmate that particular score. And here's an example that I provide the kids with. I know that they're going to add pictures and themes and a thank you message and all that good stuff. And I just warn them to make sure they don't use the wrong type of link, the shares template or share to collaborate. After they've completed the rough draft and they've received their peer feedback, they do reflection number 84, which is all about how they think they did. Do they disagree or agree with the revisions and what changes they're going to make? Um, in step number 11, I want them to go back to that KWO chart and tell me actually what they learned, from this assignment. And, of course, make any last minute, fine tuning and revisions. And once they finish their project, I want them to actually go and give me some feedback. And after every project, I ask my kids for this, like, how did I do on this project? What did you learn? What could I do better? Those type of questions. And then last but not least, I leave them with the extra credit opportunity. If they want to, they can do a second project on their selected person's spouse or significant other or their kids. That's about it. Thank you guys for watching.